Good morning, two people watching, two thumbs up. Today I kind of rearranged some of the scheduling based on some stuff that happened late yesterday. So today it's me, myself, and Edie Lyria. Who's Edie Lyria? Well, Edie Lyria might be the same person, might be the same group of people, might be two different people. I don't know. All I know is when I think back to the Discord era, um, both Edie Saffron and Illyria Sand were two characters in the Discord that seemed to pretty much get along with everybody, and that I certainly had no problems with either one of them individually. But in the immediate aftermath of the Discord, these two characters got pulled in two different directions. And by characters, I'm not meaning to diminish them. It's just, you know, unlike me, they don't have YouTube channels. They're not public facing people and after all this or before all this, so I'm just merging them into one person, basically saying like I have no hard feelings toward either one of you. And I have similar memories of both of you, and it's hard to disentangle those memories. Um, but I'm going to do my best. So oh, hello, Kaleidoscope. So as I'm preparing to kind of talk about this sort of Edie Lyria character, um, a song came into my head that kind of I started singing as I was about to hit the live button. So I pulled up the lyrics to the song. I'm not going to say the name of the song, but I'm just going to start reading out the lyrics until somebody in the chat, only two people watching, until one of you pops out the name of the song or the artist or both. Okay. Um, so And it's funny because I had forgotten that this was the first line of the song, but it's even more appropriate now that I think about it. Okay, so Jamie, if you're watching, tune into this. Here's the song. The animals, trap, trap, trap till the cage is full. The cage is full. Stay awake. In the dark, count mistakes. The light was off, but now it's on. Searching underground for a bit of sun. The sun is out, the day is new, and everyone is waiting, waiting on you. And you've got time, and you've got time. Think of all the roads that lead to clowns. Think of all their crossings. Taking steps is easy, standing still is hard. Remember all their faces, remember all their voices. Everything is different the second time around. And like, y'all got it. Regina Spektor, exactly. And it was a theme song from Orange is the New Black. And I think it's so funny because that Orange is the New Pink is from Legally Blonde, and BJ swore into the New Jersey bar on a VHS copy of Legally Blonde. And I don't know, I just feel like the lyrics of this song are very apropos of kind of this whole disentangling of the Discord thing. Because in a way it was kind of like being cellmates in my opinion. It was kind of like being in different like cell blocks, because this Edie Lyria, in the immediate aftermath of all of this, Edie seemed to go toward Team Bryn, and Steph seemed to go toward, I'm sorry, Illyria seemed to go towards Team Steph. Okay. So, and both of these people were long time BJ supporters. Like I remembered them from before the Discord in BJ's chat, which is, the only other person I think I remembered, maybe two people. Well, in any case, like Illyria had been supporting BJ probably as long or longer than I had. And Edie, I'm not sure, but like they were both like very recognizable accounts in BJ's chat. So that the fact in the aftermath that after Steph, banned me from the Discord, and after Brennan and I had like public, a feud against each other, that one of these two solid BJ supporters would go and be like, all up in Steph's new videos, even though Steph never, ever, 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 not once apologized to me, much less anybody else for what happened. And that another one would be apparently like, I don't know if they were ever in the Carney Army chat. I don't remember, but I do remember them in like following the Instagram accounts that were like anti me, you know? So it was like I would see Illyria in Steph's chat and I'd be like, what the hell is up with that? And then I would see Edie like commenting on these posts from Court Orid and Can't Silence All of Us. And I was like, good Lord, like what did I ever do to these people, you know? Oh, you never saw them in the Carney? Okay. Again, it's hard to know because that's the thing is like, I know I saw Illyria in Carney Army chat one time, but I think she was defending me, and then I think they kind of like came down on her. So I'm a smart person, but especially when it comes to two names that are ES and ES. Oh, and then now I see an ES in BJ's chat now. I don't know if that's one of them. I don't know. I mean, I still see the actual original Illyria. I'm sorry, the original Edie Saffron. But Bryn is so good at creating accounts with identical pictures. That could be Bryn chatting as Edie Saffron. I don't think it is. But when SoFly went up against Edie in BJ's chat, I know I'm kind of going down a very narrow rabbit hole here, but like when that whole thing happened, it's like maybe SoFly thought Bryn was impersonating Edie Saffron. I mean, these are the kind of things that like if you tried to write it up as some kind of like a fictional screenplay, people would say it was unbelievable, but it's like actually happening, you know? So, okay, I want to say hello to Fresca Mixed. Hello Fresca Mixed. You got the first correct thing on the lyrics. Just clanning around. Hello, good to see you. Kaleidoscope. You never saw them in the Carney Army. Okay, great. So, yeah, Bryn was very good at making people think I was crazy. And, you know, Steph never counteracted that narrative. Never, not once, not ever. Okay. And remember, Bryn created the Discord server for Steph's channel, not for BJ's channel, for Steph's channel. Okay. That Discord server, it may have had little links in it that were that surprise army, but the main Discord server was The Goddess is Rising, which is, I think, is it Steph's TikTok or something? I mean, like, The Goddess is Rising has nothing to do with BJ, okay? And so that was the main thing. Now they may have had subplots in there for BJ supporters and subplots in there for, you know, Lima and Dahlia and all this kind of stuff. But the Discord server itself was attached to Steph's channel, not to BJ's channel, and not to Rabbit's channel, and not to anybody else's channel. It wasn't attached to Bryn's channel either. Bryn was just sort of the architect of this platform for Steph because apparently Steph didn't know how to do it herself. Okay. So as Kaleidoscope says, and I don't want to make this all about me, but I guess I'm kind of going to make it all about me, to be honest. It's my channel. I can make it all about me, and you can do your own damn videos on your own damn channels, you know, if you disagree. But Bryn was very good at making people think I was crazy. Very sad. Now, I am kind of crazy. That's part of my personality. You know, when people make videos that are funny about me, I laugh at them. You know, I do laugh at them. But when people try to look at these videos and be like, "We're calling the police on you. We're calling social services on you. We're calling the social workers on you. You need to be locked. You need to be locked up." I mean, did y'all watch BJ's video about Adam 22 saying that about her? You know what I mean? Like, so um what I will say is actually I do in fact know that, excuse me, Illyria and Edie are not the same person. And how do I know this? I'll tell you in a moment. Yeah, I do march to my own beat. Thank you, Fresca. So I just found out, I think maybe in the last 24 hours from Jamie. Jamie, I don't know if you're watching, that apparently Steph gave Michelle the entire list. I think this was after I was kicked out of the Discord. Steph gave Michelle the entire list of all of our names. If you gave your government name, Steph had it. And if Steph had it, that means Michelle had it. And if Michelle had it, that means Bryn and MJ and now Lima and Hot Snakes and everybody has it. Okay. So just so you know, if you ever gave your information to Steph, Michelle turned it over to Bryn, just so you know. So I do know through Jamie a hell of a lot about a hell of a lot of people. That's what I'm gonna say. And I'm not gonna obviously say it here, but I just want people to know. If you're still supporting Steph, you might want to ask her how the hell Michelle and Bryn got your information that you gave to Steph. Just saying. Yeah, they aren't the same person, Fresca. They aren't the same person. And Brennan knows exactly where every one of us lives and works and breathes and where we are on social media and all that. So, and that's all been given to Lima and Hot Snakes, etc. Which makes me wonder, was it Hot Snakes that reached out to High Priestess Steph long before all this and said, "Hey, we're doing this docuseries. We see you're pretty active in this community. We like your channel, da da da." And are some of those videos being incorporated into this free BAM docuseries? I don't know. If so, fair play to you. Fair play to you, High Priestess. The sacred server. Yeah, it was like literally like a cult. Like we were being told that what happens in the server stays in the server, and witchy this and witchy that, and cast a spell and the hocus pocus and blah 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 blah. I mean, Rabbit, when are you gonna do a video on Steph's cult and Bryn's cult? Okay, and how they took people from your freaking community and lured them into a cult. Okay, when are you gonna do that video, Rabbit? Just saying, just saying. I know you're busy. I know you're busy, but like I said, I'm never going to super chat on your channel again, but I'll be happy to buy stuff from your baby's wish list if you can do some videos on this stuff, because it's just it's too much for me. It's way too much for me. My God, the sage. I actually went and bought a bunch of sage at this store near me, and I was gonna do this like Mardi Gras thing with like the puffballs and everything, but then I ended up going to Mardi Gras, so I ended up just giving the sage away to some people down at the what do you call it? It's called Barrio. It's a taqueria or whatever. Yeah. Does Jamie know from Bryn if she and Steph are still on good terms? I don't know, Jamie. You'd have to answer that question. I don't know. I don't. I can't speak for Jamie, but from my light the sage, from my no, I gave it away to the girls at the cantina or whatever. I just call it Barrio because it's like my home base. I do a lot of my videos in Barrio, so like whenever you see the like black and white skull imagery in the back of my videos, that's at Barrio. So, oh hey, base girl, good to see you. Huh. Base girl, I'm gonna give you a wrench again. I took away all the wrenches except for Kaleidoscope yesterday, just because I was just kind of cleaning up a few things. Like I think at one point, base girl, you might have been banned. No, because I rarely ban anybody, but like I think we might have had each other blocked. But now look, see, we had each other blocked, and now you're in blue on my channel. See how things work out when you actually address one another directly instead of going back behind other people's, behind other people's backs to you need a trailer of sage to cleanse Bryn's shite away. Base girl, I have you ever met Bryn face to face? Because she kind of claimed she was friends with a lot of people in real life, and I don't know how Brennan defines real life. But I don't define it as we did a Photoshop of our faces together and pretended like we were at, a corn concert. I mean, I don't know how Brennan defines real life, to be honest. But anywho, so where were we? And Bates Girl, I think I asked you and you said you were not in the Discord as far as I remember. Recently, you oh no, that was CJ that said they weren't in the Discord. Bates Girl, were you in the Discord? And you can just say yes or no. You don't need to tell us what your username was or anything like that. I'm not trying to out anybody. I'm just trying to figure out like what level of extra explaining do I need to do based on people, whether or not they were in Discord or not. Okay, so you were not. All right, cool. Okay, so back to Illyria and Edie. So Illyria's still cuddling up to Steph. Edie does I wouldn't say she's cuddling up to anyone, but she's hearing out Court Orrid and Can't Silence All of Us and Douglas and MJ and Michelle and Bryn. So she's hearing all them out about me. I mean, I can't speak for Edie, but it sounds like maybe she's hearing them out about Steph too. I don't know. Because again, like, I don't know. Why are there 181 people watching? This makes no sense. This makes no sense. Anywho, hello, 179 people watching. I think something's wrong with the algorithm or something. All right. So, yeah, I don't know what that's all about. I really don't know what that's all about. It's kind of feeling a little like, yeah. So, of the hundred and okay, now it's only 170. Okay, some of them got scared away. Um, all right, Base Girl has something in the comments. If among the 165 now, if any of you happen to be Illyria and or Edie, please, you're always welcome to chime in. Okay, Bryn, hard out tried to get me to connect with Steph, but I already was dubious of Bryn. Oh, I already was dubious AF by then. Felt something was a bit odd and schemy. Well, your instincts are way better than mine, Base Girl. And the thing is like I didn't really know anything about Bryn. I didn't really know anything about Steph. I didn't know anything about anybody except that they were, popping up all over, liking BJ's Instagram posts and all that. Like Base Girl, did you even know who that surprise witness was or who any of these people, any of these like did you know who Mark Leda was? Did you know anything of this? Or was this just all stuff Bryn kind of brought into because you were part of the Carney community for a while, it sounds like. Oh yeah. Just planning around is asking you, Base Girl, when did that happen? The whole trying to get you to connect with Steph. So I'm going to ignore the chat for now, and I'm just going to kind of try to focus on what I have to say. So, yeah. So, like I said, I to this day, I think only wonderful thoughts about both Edie and Illyria. And quite frankly, I never saw either one of them on video. I don't think I ever actually, I never saw any one of them on video, but I did hear each of them on audio briefly and occasionally. Okay? But what I would say about both of them is they're uh, young, attractive women with real lives and real brains and real personalities that were thinking they were doing the right thing by being part of this group, and that it didn't turn out well for any of us, in my opinion. I mean, they can speak for themselves, but in my opinion, it didn't turn out well for any of us. So here is like I have a little bit of a gosh, I'm so bad at this. So someone sent me this back on February 7th, and I'm gonna do my best to not reveal anything that would point in the direction of who it was, but they basically said, when the videos of you started popping up on my feed back around Thanksgiving, I was very confused. They had clearly picked videos of you that were either taken out of context or specifically chosen to elicit an emotional response out of whoever saw them. It's obvious that everything was completely curated with the sole intention of making you seem batshit crazy and to overall just paint you in a negative light. It's interesting that this person used the term curated because I've been researching guardianship and conservatorship laws throughout the United States. I've actually looked a little bit into it in the UK too, but not too much. And I haven't really looked too much into Canada. But it's an area of law that interests me so much that I actually went to law school for a minute over it. And now I figure like I'm going to be more effective at my age just using this YouTube platform to kind of discuss these issues that are very important to me from firsthand experience of like my own damn body being interfered with through these laws and also through loved ones. So in most states, there's either conservatorship or guardianship or both. But in good old Louisiana, where I'm from, there's neither. We have our whole different law system down in Louisiana. What is it called? Curatorship. Curatorship. Now that sounds kind of cool. Like, ooh, I'd love to have a curator for my life, just to kind of pick out what looks good. No, no, no. Curatorship means basically like like you're a piece of property and there's someone who is curating you as an asset. Okay? Like, so I'm just going to reread that sentence again. It was very obvious that everything was completely curated with the sole intention of making you seem batshit crazy and to overall just paint you in a negative light. So had I set foot in Louisiana, all this curation could have led to like a legal curation of my body, my assets, my person, my estate, yada yada yada, officer, yada yada. Okay. At the time, I had a feeling that there were infiltrators in the Discord. And like yourself, I was very suspicious about everyone. When Brennan pointed fingers at you regarding the headbands to possibly gather intel on group members, I thought she might be onto something, but I never wanted to get too involved or pick sides, so I just watched here and there and observed from afar. I'm glad I started watching your videos, as it didn't take me long to realize that the harassment many of the ex group members claimed you were putting them through either wasn't true or wasn't as one sided as they made it sound. The malicious wellness check that was called in against you on November 25th was so dangerous and was ultimately the last straw for me. I distanced myself even more from everyone involved. However, here's the however. Once you and Jamie collaborated, I think that's why I put in this collabananas thing, or this like I changed the thumbnail for this video to this thing that Jamie and I were supposed to be doing on December 22nd, which never happened. But we sent out an invitation to getting the band back together. And by band, I mean BANNED, because I was banned from the server. You are discordially invited. I thought it was hilarious. I thought it was absolutely hilarious. But apparently, Brendan wouldn't let Jamie come to play that day. So anyway, I'm going to pause here. So we're going to morph this little communication over into someone's insight or opinions about Jamie and myself collaborating in December after they were already starting to come around to seeing what I was maybe being misportrayed as or misidentified as. Let's see. Let's see what we have here. Okay. Um, okay. I had bout to do with the BJ thing. I guess that means nothing to do. Um, let's see. I don't my New Zealand slang is not up to date as it should be. I had bout to do with the BJ thing. Nah, no idea. I was a CFL supporter and she came in as his friend, Mrs. Girlfriend, not girlfriend, whatever the hell. She played him whether he realizes it or not. A lot of people have said that to me, base girl. She herself kept telling me, "Oh no, he's just my friend. He's just my friend. He taught my daughter to skateboard." I'm like, I've seen the videos of him teaching your daughter to skateboard. If I'm in a custody battle, I'm not putting videos like that of my child being taught to skateboard. Even if it's not the child that the custody battle is about, if it's another child, that's not helping my custody case. Having a bare-chested man showing your kid skating with them, clearly he was physically there with you in a state very far from where he lives. So you do the math, kids. So, it was like this deny, 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 but then people would be like, "Hey, Steve Files, hey, Brennan, you're so lucky to have a wife like that." Like what's the guy, Dusty? Dusty would come in and be like, "Hey, Steve Files, hey, Mrs. Steve Files," and Brennan would be like, "Hey, Dusty, how's it going?" And then they would come in my chat. TCB would come in my chat with like a Confederate flag, and I'm like, "Dude, what?" It was weird. It was very weird. So anyway, wait, Bryn is making nasty posts. Where are the nasty posts, Fresco Mixed? Where are they? I want to see them. Send any nasty posts up to the minute to bammandalia@gmail.com. I want to see them all. I love seeing them. I love seeing Brennan's creativity in full flow because of me, myself, and okay. She posted your face all over. Oh, I'm sorry. I see Fresca is telling Base Girl not to pay attention. Okay, I'm sorry, Base Girl. I was talking only for myself. Like, I don't want you to get slammed. Yeah, they call me elderly. You know what I mean? Like whatever they can't it's like nobody can make their age any different, okay? You can call me fat because I can always lose weight. You can call me ugly because I can always get plastic surgery. But there's no way I can ever be any younger than I am at this particular moment in time. So go ahead, keep calling me elderly. That's good. I get a discount, you don't. Off I go on my Summer Heights high Zimmer frame to play some bingo. Click, clack, click. Okay, cool. I think maybe she has a crush on you. She probably does. Yeah, that wellness check was messed up. Yeah, she is. What I will say is this, and Jamie, I don't see you in the chat, so um, Jamie has told me that she has been that Jamie herself has been susceptible to catfish in the past. And Brennan is a catfisher. I mean, like, the definition of a catfisher is somebody who puts a certain face and a certain name and reaches out to people under that face and name. And the person that's actually behind the keyboard or whatever, or in Brennan's case, behind the voice, doesn't have the same face or the same name as what they're putting out there. Okay. That's a catfisher. Someone that tries to get close to someone without revealing, their true identity. And then once they're close, things start to change. So perhaps, I can't speak for anyone else, but perhaps perhaps the ringmaster doesn't realize he's been catfished, although, I mean, there's the video with the kid. I'm assuming that was her kid in the video. Yeah, so he's seen her in person, and he still is in love with her. I don't know. I don't know how you I mean, whatever, that's their business. He posted something like, "She's obsessed with my love life." No, I'm not. I'm honestly not. I am repelled by both you and the woman you claim to have a love life with. I'm repelled. I'm not obsessed. I'm repelled. But I can't unsee what y'all have blasted all over the internet. That's for sure. Ooh, I'll rip the lid off the Texas thing and what she did to him. Oh, Base Girl. I'm gonna put that on my list for a future video. Um, who is behind that? There's so many Bonnie Hate YouTube's account, Nano Clown. It could be anybody. Oh, Jamie is here. Hey, Jamie. Okay. All right. No, I don't do that. Jamie, I don't know what you're replying to when you say, "No, I don't do that." Oh, 2 different meanings of that for you. Okay, I see what you're saying. All right. He is see you next Thursday struck. Yes, indeed. Indeed. And I think a lot of the other people are see you last Thursday struck, meaning cult. Okay? So there's only one letter difference in see you next Thursday and see you last Thursday. So, it's almost like the CULT of the CUNT and the CARNI. I don't know. Just saying, just kind of coming off the top of my crazy, crazy, crazy head with the growths on them that I painted hot pink. All right. I don't know. Reality. I don't really like catfish. To me, catfish is poor man's food. No offense. I mean, to me, catfish is when you can't afford crawfish. Like that's kind of what I looked at it like. And also growing up Catholic in New Orleans, it's like you had to have catfish practically every Friday. I mean, yeah. So to each their own, but believe me, um, catfish was already on my like I had said to Base Girl, I said I was already a clown free zone long before the Carney came to town. I was already a catfish free zone long before that show Catfish ever came on MTV. Okay, but to each their own. Let's see. Brandon love bombed everyone and convinced them that they were besties and then manipulated their friendship, trauma dumped, and tried very hard to make everyone believe that you were the bad guy. Now I'm gonna have to sing that Billie Eilish song. I'm a bad guy. Hello, baby reindeer. Well, hello there. Hello there, me, myself, and it area. It area. Right. Yeah. True that. Reality. Reality. Poor man's food has become expensive though. Sushi used to be poor in food. Now it's super expensive. I think it's because nobody actually acquires their own food anymore. Nobody fishes, nobody hunts, nobody plants, nobody reaps, nobody gathers. Like it's just we need to get back to the earth, like Mother Earth, And we need to quit promoting spaying and neutering animals and decide if we're going to be vegetarians, then grow more food. And if we're going to be carnivores or pescatarians, go hunt more game or whatever and hunt more and fish Fish for more food. I mean, it wouldn't be expensive if you caught it yourself, would it now? Would it now? But in fact, there's a pond, like, less than 100 yards from me right now. I could go fishing in it whenever the hell I want. Do I actually do it? Hell no. I complain about how much the fish costs at the grocery store a few blocks down that way. There's another pond a couple blocks away. I think it's even bigger, it has even more fish. Do I ever go fishing there? Hell no. And then when people do fish, they tend to throw it back because they think it's too dirty. But then you trust whatever you buy in the stores. I don't know. It's a conversation about economics, which, as the mother of a Princeton economics major, I do care a little bit about that. All right. I play my enemies like a game of chess, all in good time. That sounds like a song there, bass girl. Can you go write a song with those lyrics? I would definitely put that on my Spotify. I fish, hunt, forage, and grow. Yeah, I've seen that about you, bass girl. I've seen that. Like, you got it going on. You got it going on. If you haven't subscribed already, please go subscribe to Bass Girl's channel. Nobody even cooks anymore. It's crazy. We need to get. Yeah, I have been cooking more. I'll say that. But I used to cook my, like, red beans and rice and my jambalaya. Like, those used to be my two dishes. But the older I get, that food just doesn't agree with me anymore, and it's so sad because, like, that's like my comfort food from my childhood up through my adulthood, you know? And it's how I kept myself feeling connected to my culture even when I'm living thousands of miles away. But I can't really eat that stuff anymore. I can eat grits though. Um, I just don't like the way they come out when I make them. Yeah, there's certain Louisiana foods I can still eat in moderation, but I can't eat the, like, last time I ate crawfish was, like, the day before my dad died, and I ate a F ton of crawfish. I mean, like, it was like it was like a crawfish binge, like, it was a problem, you know what I mean? Um, I don't know if I'll ever eat crawfish again, to be honest. I mean, it's my favorite food in the world, but I don't know if I'll ever eat it again. Um, oh, High Reality. You've been lurking for a bit, trying to keep up with the tea. You had mentioned me in one of your streams. I mentioned a lot of people in one of the streams. I rebranded my channel. There was something you got incorrect about me. Oh, okay. Well, I'm happy to correct it. You can either email me at bamandahlia@gmail.com, and let me know how you want me to correct it. But, welcome, and I apologize. It's hard to get things correct when you're not in direct communication with different people. So, um, all right, Fresca mixed. I didn't know that about sushi. Used to be a poor food. Playing chess like Britney Spears. Yep, and like Dahlia, according to Jamie. Jamie says Dahlia's playing chess too. Um, FYI, I come in peace. LOL. I like truth and understanding, so please be nice to me. So far, so good. Reality. Fresca, yes, sushi was created because people couldn't afford a lot of food, so they had to make something that could be rationed. Good to know. Good to know. Base girl, you Irish. I don't know if you're asking if reality is Irish or maybe me. I don't know. I'm Louisiana, French, Irish, German. I made a server for Dahlia and gave it up for others to feel safe to catfish in a canoe. Oh, you're so cute, Jamie. That's so adorable. Catfishing in the canoe. Okay. Oh, Kaleidoscope is asking reality if they're sand. Anana Clown or us. The canoe is tipping over. Word up. Camouflage eye. We love Illyria. Yes, we love Illyria. Illyria is amazing. Reality. Oh, I understand. It's okay. It was the part about me coming from Popcorn Planet's community. I never. Oh, huh. Okay. I'm trying to think who I said that about because I only remember saying that about one person. So again, email me directly, bamandahlia@gmail.com. We can clear it up. So I apologize if I misconstrue. Like I don't want to think of people rebranding their channel because of me. Like just ask me to retract something. I'll retract anything specific. I'm willing to retract something specific, but I'm not willing to censor myself based on people's feelings getting hurt. Okay. Anano, the canoe is definitely tipping over. Yep. Um, I used to. Oh, I remember you. Yes, you were in the same live stream, Saggy Melons, that I believe Illyria was in, and the carnies were attacking both of you for defending me, or maybe not even defending me, but just like trying to get a word in edgewise on November 17th when they were doing that stream. If I remember correctly, but please correct me, Saggy Melons, or correct me, Reality. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I'm glad you rebranded. Not gonna lie, but I feel bad if it was simply because I said something about you. I hope it was for other reasons besides me. Yeah, Andy does suck. Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right. Um, Yay. Yeah, yeah. I remember them having some pretty good videos back when I first heard about them. I just wasn't a big fan of the channel name. I think it hit a little too close to the belt, if you know what I mean. Sorry, I think that was pretty funny. Hope I have this on 18 plus. Okay. Oh, good, 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 good. Okay, cool. Wonderful. Okay. All right. So back to Edie and Illyria, or Edie Lyria, as I like to call them. Back to this part of where I was kind of trying to distill this whole narrative through um, through this other message that I was reading. Okay. So back to where I was. This person quickly became even more confused after Jamie and Bonnie collaborated. They really had no idea what the hell was going on, stopped caring, but continued to check in here and then. Within a few months, the behavior I was seeing from those claiming to, quote, expose, and they put that in quotes, so I'm thinking that's Lewis, expose, you became very alarming. Suddenly those accounts started to let me reread that. Okay. Within a few months, the behavior I was seeing from those claiming to expose you became very alarming. Suddenly those accounts started to move their attention away from targeting you and slowly began turning on BJ. I wondered if the social media campaign directed against you was just a ruse to acquire BJ's close followers. You think? You think? Wasn't I saying that all along? I'm sorry. Put a one in the chat if you heard me say that kind of stuff like back in, I don't know, September, October. Put a one in the chat if you heard me talking about hot snakes from the very, 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 very beginning and me saying I thought that there were hot snakes in that Discord server of Steps. Put a one in the chat, or put a two in the chat if you think I'm full of shite. I don't know. Okay. It seems as though the plan may have been to pull a bait and switch all along, especially considering how quickly they quit posting about you as much, instead moving to planting seeds of doubt against BJ once they'd reached their target audience of BJ's supporters. This person seems like they might have an MBA or a PhD in marketing, to be honest, whoever this person is who's writing this, because this is very insightful, you know? Okay. Basically, I realized I had been wrong about with you. Basically, I realized I had been wrong about you a while back. And then they go into a specific thing I did again, which I'm glad that they address with me directly, because like just like Saggy Melons, I'm sorry, Reality, whatever you go by now, just like you just directed that with me right now. I would have never in a million years remembered who I said what about, to be honest. But now that you mentioned that, I do remember saying that because that was misinformation that I had. And right here, this person saying they were very upset. First of all, I didn't even know they were watching when I said that. And it had nothing to do with them, but I can see rationally how anybody would have been upset just kind of seeing what I was doing in a vacuum without having the context of it. That's another thing Base Girl said. Context. Context is everything, you know? And it's hard to get context in this like, rapid fire world that we live in. So, yeah, it's all good. Okay. And then they're saying they stepped away again after that incident. But then as soon as they saw the declarations, one of the declarants is here in the chat right now. Oh, and by the way, Jamie, you're still a mod. You're supposed to be my managing mod. I don't know why I took everybody's wrenches away. Jamie, here's your wrench back. The declarant. Can you change one of your channel names to that surprise declarant or something? Declarant. That surprise declaration. Oh wait, that's not what I meant to do. I meant to make you moderator. Okay, go shower, reality. Glad to see you. Is this the real Base Girl? Oh, hey, Fetty. I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah, it is real Base Girl. Yeah. Okay. Is this the real Fetty? Looks like it. All right. So Fetty's saying he's confused. Base Girl, are you able to clarify for Fetty? Because this is y'all can keep talking in the chat. I'm gonna keep reading through the rest of this thing that has nothing to do with that. But I'm happy that Base Girl and Free from Fetters Grove can hash this out. And go subscribe to Free from Fetters Grove if you haven't already. Subscribe. Don't subscribe to my channel. Subscribe to their channels. I don't want any more subscribers. It's freaking me out that I see 215 people, 219 people watching. That doesn't seem right. That ain't right. Okay. So back to this. All right. Okay, so Brennan and Jamie's court documents officially joining Team Lima. My head exploded. I was thrilled to see your video reading the documents. The dashboard confessional song you played at the end of your live is incredibly fitting. Vindicated. I am selfish. I am wrong. I am right. I swear I'm right. I swear I knew it all along, and I am flawed, but I am cleaning up so well. Sorry, y'all had to listen to that, but hopefully if you're still sleeping somewhere, you woke up with that shrill voice in your ear. Okay. My apologies for ever doubting you. I never in a million years thought Jamie and Brennan would go so far as to support Lima, especially in court. I'm curious, Jamie, you're here. You can answer this question. I'm curious if they were infiltrators from the very beginning or if they're just traitors that Lima simply bought off. Shaking my head. Still so many questions, but at least where their loyalties lie now is confirmed. Now, this was months ago, Jamie. So, I mean, this is a time capsule from, let's see, February 7th. Okay. So, and I'm going to end it there as far as Illyria and Edie Lyria goes, because I think that just kind of encapsulates the general feeling of rational people that I was sort of I was creating a lot of fuel for the anti-BJ crowd, and then I was also seeming to self-sabotage in the face of all of that, and meanwhile, Lima was plucking all these other supporters away. And yeah, like I think people thought that I was focusing too much on Steph because they thought Steph was, an innocent bystander. And I'm like, nah, no, she wasn't. She wasn't. She banned me. And then she wrote a poem about it. So that's not innocent as far as I'm concerned. So so if BJ never blocked me that I know of, but BJ blocked Brennan, and Steph never banned Brennan, Steph only banned me. I mean, I'm not a math major, nor is my child anymore. They switched to economics, more money that way. Um, but like, yeah, if 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 Steph, Brennan, and Bonnie are all supposed to be loyal to BJ, and Steph says, "No, Bonnie, we're kicking you out," and BJ says, "No, Brennan, I'm kicking you out," and Steph says nothing at all, who the hell is still going to support somebody like that? I'm sorry. I just, I don't. I don't. I'm sorry, I don't. Okay. And again, BJ is free to file a restraining order against me. BJ is free to block me. BJ is feel free to make a video denouncing me and saying, who is this crazy girl that wears my headbands? She hasn't done that yet because I think she has bigger clowns and bigger demons to fight at this moment in time than crazy old me. She does use the word old coot a lot, and I feel like she might be considering me just an old coot, like crazy old coot, but that's fine. I can be a crazy old coot if I have to be. All right. Okay, well, it sounds like Base Girl and Free from Fetters Grove are getting their um, miscommunications figured out. Okay, bye, Fetty. Have a good day. Did you ever find the full poem? I really think it probably exists somewhere on one of my devices. Jamie might have the full poem. Jamie, do you have a copy of Steph's full poem? Or the video where she read it? If anybody has that, like, downloaded and saved, wow, to hear it in her voice would just send chills up everybody's spine right now. 'Cause you remember how it was? "I don't home snakes." Ugh. Okay, so Base Girl, I'm not sure if Joey is still here, but I'll pin that message just so that it doesn't get lost in the shuffle. Base Girl says, "Joey, I know I must have seemed flip-floppy, and I guess in hindsight I was due to being duped. I apologize to you, Joey, again." Okay. Um, okay, so Reality says, "Can someone type me out the email to reach out?" Oh, sure, 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 sure. Yeah, 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 yeah. Of course, of course, of course. And I'll pin that now just so people can have it. That's my public email. That's my channel email. Like any insight, inquiries, complaints, comments, problems on any of my channels, because I do have a bunch of channels, but for for YouTube communications, I prefer to use the Bam and Dahlia to my other, like, personal email addresses. I mean, if you're gonna send a copyright complaint against this channel, it's gonna come to my personal email address. But if you wanna send, like, information or discussion about what we're covering on here or anything like that, bamandahlia@gmail.com. That's BAMANDAHLIA@gmail.com. Okay. Oh, sure, sure, reality. Reality. It's not derailing at all. Like, at this point, I've kind of covered everything about Illyriadi, whatever. I've covered all about the Discord that I wanted to cover today, so anything else is fair game. And also, Reality, I don't know if you were in the Discord or not, and if you were or weren't, doesn't matter. I'm still open to hearing whatever you wanna whatever you wanna talk about. Okay. It's freaking me out. It still says 197 people watching. I don't know who all those people are and why the heck they would be tuning in, but welcome. Welcome, welcome. I still only see 2 thumbs up, though. Do y'all see any more than 2 thumbs up? It's giving gang stalking. Ooh. Yeah, it is giving that, huh? Well, that's what the clowns do. Oh, okay. Well, tell Nola Lola I said hi. I got nothing but love for Nola Lola. Um, I think Nola Lola was just caught up by Steph the same way a lot of people were caught up by Brynn. Nola Lola could not understand why the same way Nola Lola didn't want to do anything with me or Jamie if we were talking to Brynn. Well, I didn't want anything to do with Nola Lola if she was talking to Steph. As far as I'm concerned, Steph and Brynn are equally culpable for different things that were equally destructive in different ways, in my opinion. Allegedly, of course, as Nola Lola would say. No, I love Nola Lola. I mean, honestly, I really thought I was gonna have to take a literal bullet for Nola Lola at many times over the past few months, and she ghosted me, so, she knows how to reach me. She hasn't, so. Oh, I think I know who is really Heart? I don't know what that means, Jamie. I don't know what that means. Hey, Mrs. Fetty, how you doing? Nola Lola is my saving grace. That woman has literally saved my life, so I'm very protective. Yeah, got it. Same. Absolutely. And people were coming at me trying to stir up stuff between Noel and BJ, and I was like, I don't want anything to do with that. I really don't. And then I haven't seen Nola Lola in BJ's anymore, at least unless she's modding under a different name, as you are, Reality. So I hope that's what happened. But yeah, no, it got ugly. It got ugly. And Spirit Queen, yeah, I'm talking about you. Spirit Queen 78, I'm talking about you. Joanna, yep, I'm talking about you. I'm glad you think so, Fresca. Fresca says, to be honest, a lot of these, me, myself, and Vince have been positive. I'm going to be as positive as I can be in the absence of someone on here with me to tell their own side of the story. But obviously, all I can tell is my side of the story because I don't know these other people's side of the story. I don't. I literally don't. I reached out to both Illyria and Edie, and one of them got back to me. I'm not going to say which one. Absolutely. We sure did. And as far as I'm concerned, excuse me, Reality says, sounds like y'all had some serious drama in that community. And I want to be clear. We had serious drama in a community that was called The Goddess is Rising. Okay. I'm sure there's Discord communities where there's zero drama, where they're finding cures for cancer and bringing about peace in Palestine. Okay. I'm sure there's those channels, those servers. I joined a server that was owned, and I mean owned like as a business venture by High Priestess Steph. Okay. That server was created for High Priestess Steph under remuneration or not, was created by Brennan, a channel that no longer exists. Bryn Emerald no longer exists. I guess now she's doing some kind of dog law with Mandy Jo Brennan, a dog catcher. Go watch the dog catcher channel if you want. Okay. Anywho, the drama was in The Goddess is Rising. I started a server for Jamie's channel, basically. I mean, whatever, called Bam and Dahlia. Okay. And that wasn't for Jamie's channel for money or anything. That was to allow me and Jamie and anybody who thought kind of like we thought. Jamie, correct me if I'm wrong. You're in the chat still, I believe. I started a server called Bam and Dahlia for Jamie and I and anybody who wasn't in this clown cult or this high priestess cult to talk about Bam Margera and his freedom, to talk about Amanda Rabb and her death and getting justice for her, and to talk about where the hell are Dahlia and Dia, and how are we not going to let Lima continue to get away with all this while ID Network Discovery is making some feature film or series or whatever on her. Okay. So that was what Bam and Dahlia was about. And I honestly don't think there was any drama in Bam and Dahlia until Nola Lola and I sent Jamie literally to spy on Bryn. And Jamie went and spied on Bryn. And she kept spying on Bryn. And she kept spying on Bryn to the point where Jamie was like, hey, I think we want to bring Bryn into the server. And I'm like, all right, cool. So I bring Bryn into the server, and Nola's like, I'm out of here. And Robin's like, I'm out of here. And Illyria's like, I'll stay. And so I'm like, all right, Illyria, well, I got to get out of here. BJ says no Discord. I got to get out of here. So I handed the crown of that server over to Illyria, thinking it was going to be just like shut down. But to this day, perhaps Bryn and Illyria are still in some server that I created that I don't even have anything to do with that. I don't know. I'm not Bryn. I'm not Illyria. And apparently neither one of them are here. Oh, there's no more. I mean, you'd have to talk to Illyria because I don't have a Discord. And as of a couple days ago, neither does Jamie anymore. Thank you, Kaleidoscope. The Me, Myself, and You series seemed scary at first, but now they're great. I'm going to do Me, Myself, and Kaleidoscope Eyes Wide Open next week because I don't know about you, Kiwo. Oh, me? Oh, I don't know. Maybe y'all are talking to each other. Okay. Oh, Leslie, I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. I'm doing very, very well. Thank you. It's been a really good week so far. So, oh God, is it? Oh, it's Thursday. All right, it's almost the weekend again. I guess with the holiday, it kind of feels like a short week. Oh wow, reality. Yeah, see, when BJ said no Discord, see, that's kind of what the final falling out was with me and Nola Lola. Because BJ had said no Discord, no Discord, no Discord back in October. And then in December, Lori tells me she's still in at least one, if not more than one Discord with Steph. And I'm like, does BJ know that? And Lori's like, BJ knows everything I do. I'm like, all right, well, fine. I'm not communicating with anybody that is still associated with Steph, and especially not still associated with a Discord run by Steph. No, thank you. And that was that. Base Girl retracted a message. It's fine. You're allowed to retract. I don't know what it was, but anyway. Oh, thank you, Fresca. You're so sweet. Fresca says, MTE. I don't know what that means. I thought every vid was going to be exposing them, but so many have been loving and shined a light on the good people. Yeah, because my channel is not called The Expose. My channel is called Bonnie K. Dwyer, me, myself, and y'all. So sometimes I'm like, I hate all y'all. And sometimes I'm like, all right, well, this one's not so bad, and this one's not so bad. And this one wasn't so bad until they got connected with this one. And then that's what my channel's about. It's not about exposing anything. It's about disrupting things. It's about speaking freely about things. Interesting. Kaleidoscope is asking a very critical question. Is the Goddesses Rising empty? Do you know if it was deleted or question mark? I would say, was it deleted or just renamed? Was it replicated, renamed something that's top secret that none of us can ever access without Steph's express written, hand-drawn invitation delivered by a horse-drawn carriage? Even though she gave all of our information to Michelle and Bryn and Lima. Steph. Y'all, this is just too much. Have y'all all seen the picture in the legal documents of me like this? Good question, Leslie. I'm so tired of all this BS coming from a few particulars. It's like, why can't they find something more productive with their time than to F with me and my family? Exactly. That's their MO, though. It's their MO. And they've, it's like, what came first, the chicken or the egg? I thought that Rachel was their first target, but she wasn't. Maybe Leslie came before Rachel, and maybe somebody came before Leslie. It's pathological, and there's only one way it ends. Well, two ways. Conservatorship ain't going to end it, and taxes ain't going to end it. So conservatorship or blank, and taxes. The other two ways are the ways it's going to end. Not sure. Don't care, but it's going to end one way or the other. And it should have been yesterday, but it might be tomorrow. The Discord was run by Steph. Steph had the crown in the Discord. Steph was the owner of the Discord. Only Steph had the power to ban me. She could not delegate that power even if she tried. So Bryn was correct in her technical assertion that it wasn't her that banned me. Bryn was correct in that, which is why I had the sort of open-mindedness to say, all right, well, if it was Steph that really banned me and you've shown me proof of that in like technical, irrefutable proof that would stand up in a court of law, I'm going to give you a chance to come into my server and we'll see if we can do this the right way. But Lori didn't want that. Robin didn't want that. And Illyria has not explained herself one way or the other, although I've given her every possible way. Like, literally, I've been probably within 100 yards of her physically at different points, and she just doesn't want to. She doesn't want to meet in person to talk about it. She doesn't want to talk by phone to talk about it. She doesn't want to respond to my emails, Instagram, nothing. She's ghosted me. She doesn't even reply if I say something about like in BJ said, hey, Lyria. She doesn't even say hi, Bonnie. Nothing. No. That's my experience of Illyria. So I guess y'all can figure out which of the two of them got back to me. Edie, if you're watching, thanks for getting back to me. Appreciate you. Respect you. Took all your criticisms very directly and adjusted accordingly. So thank you. I appreciate that. Wow, this chat is on fire today, huh? Yeah, they put my pics in legal docs, yeah. Yeah, it's in Lima's declaration, it's and it says Bonnie yelling at Bryn for leaving that surprise army, and it's got me with this, and, like, there's no closed captions under it. There's no timestamp on it. It's just a screenshot from one of my videos. And this is what Lima is claiming in a document filed by Benjamin Kanani, that's what I was saying in this particular screenshot. Screenshot's been fired. Ron, tell that. Gonna catch you later in a diss track. And you should have kept my name out your mouth. See, I just made that lyric up all along. Like I'm just freestyling to BJ's music. Sorry, I'm still, like, to this day, like, I'm all whenever a car drives up in my in my driveway, I'm thinking it's somebody swatting me again. All right, reality. I'll say this. I know Lola has good intentions. She's never done anything for the sake of malice. It sounds like my online mama got mixed up with some dishonest people trying to get close to her for amen. Amen. And that's the crazy thing is, like, you know, I used to just go to BJ directly for everything. And then once Nola Lola was in the group, I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna go if I need something to get to BJ or back and forth, I'm gonna go through Nola Lola because if I'm BJ, I don't want like 500 people coming to me if if one of my mods can kind of bring it to my attention. But that was my bad. That was my bad. Okay. That was a false assumption because in reality, what everybody was doing is putting Nola Lola in a position where they were using her to get to BJ. And that wasn't Nola Lola's fault. I think Nola Lola was just responding to what people were asking her to do. And little did they know that those very same people that Nola Lola was going to bat for were also bombarding BJ with all kinds of other emails. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't like I stopped contacting BJ directly and went through Nola Lola, whereas others were getting Nola Lola to try to get their 500 emails to the top of the pile. I think Jamie, I know you're still here, but I think Jamie, you tried to do that, and I know for a fact Brendan did that, and probably Steph was doing it too. And that's too much to put on anybody. I don't care. You know, like oh, well, the reason why it's back again, Leslie, in yours thing is because this legal drama is going on, and also it's going to literally be an ID network series, so it's content at this point. You know what I mean? So, if you're being drawn into it, it could be for a future episode of a docu-series, just saying. You know, which I guess if you wanna grow your channel, a good way to grow your channel is get exposure on Max. Huh? Ooh, Michelle blocked you. Wow, she's controlled by Brent. Or was Michelle the original mole in the first place? And Michelle's job was to get close to Steph and Bryn. Just saying. Because Michelle was close enough to Steph that Steph gave her all the information that Michelle then gave to Bryn. Steph didn't give that information directly to Bryn. Remember. Remember. Yeah, bigger YouTubers don't really respect their community. That is true. That is very true. Y'all deserve to be seen and heard and not dealing with other people's clout chasing BS. Amen. And clout chasing is something I hadn't really heard except out of the Carney's mouth. But apparently it's something he's very expert at. He's something very he has expertise in clout chasing. I'm not saying that's a good thing or a bad thing. I'm just saying that's an area of expertise that I learned about myself from Mr. Fowler. Hey, Mr. Fowler, tell me, where have you been? I've been around the world and back again. They've been asking, they've been searching, they've been wondering why. Hey, Mr. Fowler. Sorry, I just had to break into my Wheezy impersonation. MJ is very tight with Brynn. Again, MJ was very tight with Steph too, because Steph made MJ a mod. Steph did not make Michelle a mod. So why is Steph making all these people mods? Did Steph ever make Nola Lola a mod? No, she did not. Did Steph ever make Robin a mod? No, she did not. Did Steph ever make Illyria a mod? No, she did not. Did Steph ever make Michelle a mod? No, she did not. Steph made MJ a mod. And Brynn created the server, so of course she was a mod. Steph made Witchy Sisters Crafts at bigcartel.com or whatever a mod. Okay? Steph made Reiki by Leah a mod. That's who I thought Reality was for a second. I thought it was Reiki by Leah. Steph made Brett Grace a mod. Steph made Appa a mod. Appa, where you been? Hey, Mrs. Appa, tell me, where have you been? We've been asking, we've been searching, we've been wondering why. You know, it's like I was not chosen by anybody. I do me. That's it. All right. So Anano Clown says, whose idea was the SWAT? And Jamie says, MJ said something and I thought it meant more than it did about Bonnie's mind. So I called. So it was MJ's idea to get you to call. If MJ was so worried about my mind, can't she pick up a phone and dial? Oh, but she's not going to do that because then it's going to come back on her. And then I'm going to know where she lives. Miss, I'm from New Orleans. No, you're fucking not. Bryn, same thing. I'm from Destrehan. No, you're fucking not. Nola, Lola, and I are the only damn people from actual New Orleans. Okay? I mean, I'm sure there are other people from New Orleans. Like, hey, Mr. Carter, tell me, where have you been? But like in that Discord, the only people that were like legit from Louisiana were me and Nola. Bitch, I'm from Louisiana. All right. So is everyone here still okay with VJ? Absolutely. I mean, yeah, I'll take a couple bullets for her. Like, this is the hill I will die on, and I'm not being dramatic about that. And you don't need to call a SWAT team on me, or you don't need to call an ambulance on me, or whatever. You don't need to send me to a psych ward. Okay. Because I have been in psych wards before, this is the hill I am willing to die on to keep anyone else out of going through what I went through far too long, and where specifically two people that I love and care about are stuck indefinitely because despite my efforts, I can't get them out. This is the end game of Lima Jevremovich, is to have everybody that disagrees with her locked away so she can play her VR games on the rest of the planet, or her transhumanist planet, whatever the hell. She must be stopped. So yes, we are all here pro BJ. And Lima, if you want to come over to the pro BJ team and renounce your past experiments, luckily I'm a forgiving human being. I cannot speak for anyone else. But you know, if you can show me that at least one of your sisters is still alive, if not both of them, and you're willing to listen to my side of things about what might be more helpful for them than what you've been doing all along, because insanity, the definition is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. How many more inpatient, unwanted, forced psychiatric hospitalizations is it going to take? How many more millions of dollars of unnecessary medical care is it going to take before you realize you destroyed their lives? They're not sick. You were trying to build a business off of them. Admit it. Admit it. It's gross. Oh God. Whenever somebody uses the word gross, Leslie, it reminds me of Brynn. I hope this isn't Brynn pretending to be Leslie. because she's not above that. Leslie, can you prove who you are, who you say you are? It's funny that you spelled Steph with an F, reality, because that's the difference. Steph from Popcorn Planet is not the same as Steph from the server, just so you know. High Priestess Steph is PH, and Steph from Popcorn Planet, who also has her own channel, excuse me, is with an F. So I think, and they're both British. Excuse me. So I think that sometimes people might have confused them. Just my opinion. I mean, they have completely different faces, but now that High Priestess Steph has taken all her content down, why is that? Just a question. Michelle plays the part of the sweet old lady. The woman's my age, okay? So if I'm old, she's old, and if she's old, I'm old. You know what I mean? Hey, camouflaged eye. Ego is a massive part of the problem. MJ is still a mod in Steph's server. What the what? Jamie, the super spy. Clown is controlled by Brendan too, Anano Clown says. Ooh, Fresca Mixed is asking a very good question. Jamie, are you still in the server? SoFly was a mod too. Word up, Kaleidoscope. Yep, SoFly. Never answered any of my Instagram messages. Never replied back after I called her about when she was slamming the topic, one of the two topics of today's Me, Myself, and she was slamming Edie Saffron in BJ's chat. It's ludicrous. I don't know any Ludacris songs. If you want me to sing a Ludacris song, put some of the lyrics in the chat because I don't know how to sing Ludacris. All right. So in closing, I'm just gonna say, I mean, and we can stay on as long as y'all want. I don't care. But as far as closing out the whole Illyria Sand, Edie Saffron, I feel like Edie Saffron in her limited communications with me has expressed the feelings that a lot of people had trouble putting into words. And the way Jamie had described Edie Saffron is that Edie was like a little bird. And I kind of feel the same way about Illyria, that they were just two little birds, you know, who doesn't like a little bird, right? Two little birds that were kind of flittering around and keeping their eyes on everything and not contributing too much. I mean, contributing intellectually and with their ideas, but not contributing anything like tangible or controversial or anything like that. And they just kind of flew off in different directions when the, I don't know, whatever threatens birds came, when the whatever. And so yeah. Okay, bye, Reality. Good to see you. Oh, she doesn't know Reality doesn't know BJ. That's interesting. Dahlia should speak for herself. They're not sick. Lima made them sick. Same here. Thanks for joining today. Steph hated that spelling though. Oh, with the F. Interesting. The two Stephs have confused me. Yeah. Yeah, Absurdity. Do you have any more videos up, Absurdity? Kaleidoscope is asking Jamie, MJ is still a mod? The Discord server still exists? It is empty as Steph's brain, though. Ludicrous, what's your fantasy? How about up in the library on top of the books, but you can't be too loud. You want to make a brother beg for it. Give me TLC because you know I'd be too proud. See, I don't know. I don't know that song. Here, maybe Baby Reindeer will sing it.
How about up in the library on top of the books, but you can't be too loud. You want to make a brother beg for it. Give me a TLC because you know I'd be too proud.
We can do it in the White House. Maison Blanche. Try to make them run and turn the lights out. Champagne with my campaign. Let me do the damn thing.
We can do it in the White House. Try to make them turn on lights out. Champagne with my campaign. Let me do the damn thing.
Yeah, that was pretty funny, Jamie. It's as empty as Steph's brain. Steph earns with that server. Yep, because I was still getting charged $4 a month from it. Ooh, Kaleidoscope. That's getting a little. I hope this is 18 plus.
I want to lick you from your head to your toes.
All right. Now we're just getting a little loopy. Baby Reindeer, go send some emails. Go send Bryn some emails. Go stalk Bryn. Go on. Go, Baby Reindeer. Go stalk Bryn. Oh, it's not 18 plus? Uh-oh. Sorry. Hope no kids are watching. I make my streams 18 plus usually because not because I'm doing anything wrong if other people's kids are watching, but because I don't trust other people to watch their own damn kids. I don't trust other people to protect their own damn kids on the internet. Because I've seen how neglectful a lot of these YouTuber people, parents are. No one in particular. But anywho, oh wait, so it went from like 200 down to 13. I wonder if I stopped making things 18 plus, I would get more views. But see, then how do I know it's not a bunch of kids watching? I don't want kids watching my stream. No. Anyway, 12 people watching. I see 3 thumbs up. Appreciate the thumbs up. I know it is. How bizarre. How bizarre. Ooh, baby, you're making me crazy. Maybe when I sing it, it sends people away. Every time I look around, every time I look around, every time I look around, you're in my face. Dun, dun. What's the song that reminds me of Noah Lola? Because Noah Lola had done a reel back when the whole Discord was imploding, and it was that song. I always feel like somebody's watching me, and I have no privacy. Oh, whoa. All right. So now we're down to 12. I think my singing can get us down to like 1 or 2. Definitely. Absurdity, did you post any new videos yet? And if not, when can we expect some? Because believe me, you are my new favorite channel already, and you only have one 20-second video, but it's the truest damn thing I've seen in a long time. Do I have this on subscriber only? Do I have this on slow mode only? I don't know. I can't remember. I usually try to set all of mine 18 plus subscriber only, slow mode only. But yeah. And the other thing that I did is I combined I bumped Edie Saffron up from Friday to today and combined it with Illyria. And then I bumped Lima up from Monday to tomorrow, Friday, and combined it with Dahlia. And then I'm going to take the weekend off, and I don't have anything specific planned for next week. So feel free to either put in the chat what you'd like me to cover next week, email me any ideas for videos for next week. Or I can just kind of keep going live at 8 a.m. with just a general topic thing, and we can see what's happening as of next week. I was thinking next week I might start to look at the people who work for Hot Snakes, like me, myself, and I forget me, myself, and Shannon Evangelista, me, myself, and Kadima Holmes, or whatever her name is, that was at Lima's birthday party. And I know her name's not Kadima, but it's something. First name is, I remember the last name is Holmes because that's part of my family's last name, but first name I forget. But I know she was at Lima's birthday party, and I think it was her kid that was in the picture that BJ ended up blurring out the face or something because she was asked to. Which again, that was nice of BJ to do, but that was not required of BJ to do. You know, that video was not copyrighted. That woman is a TV producer. She knows darn well if she's at some kind of an event with Lima Jovanovic, you know, pictures are going to get on the internet. So if you bring your kid to an event of Lima's, you know, it was nice of BJ to go ahead and comply with that. So yeah, I might just start kind of like investigating the people behind Hot Snakes. I don't know, just an idea. See if we can tie any of them to Michelle directly, or to MJ directly, or to Steph directly. I don't know, just some ideas. Well, you know, you make these 8 a.m. lives possible, Kaleidoscope, because when you're not here, things go kind of wacko really quick. Great. Okay, cool. Well, on that note, I've been live for an hour and 32 minutes. 11 people watching, 4 thumbs up. Appreciate all of you. Thumbs up or no. I look forward to tomorrow, where we're going to be discussing Dahlia and Lima. And anyone with any information on Dahlia's whereabouts or the recording of Jamie speaking with Dahlia is, as always, invited to email bamandahlia@gmail.com. I know some people have said that you shouldn't offer money. Okay. I won't offer money, but if money would make the difference between getting the recording or not, there must be some reason other than money why someone wouldn't want to release that. Where is Dahlia? Release the audio, Brennan. Jamie, you still here? Yeah, Fresca. You're cool, Fresca. We like you here. Brennan, release the audio. Brennan, release the audio. All right, everybody. Have a happy Thursday. The surprises each day. That's cute. All right. See y'all tomorrow. Bye.